Hey guys, and welcome back to a new tutorial from me. I am Artinvader, a digital artist from Berlin. And for these who don't know me, I post regularly short tutorials for Blender and Cinema 4D on my social media accounts like Instagram and TikTok. And if you want to support me, you can give me there some love. You find the link in the caption, and let's move on with the tutorial. Today we will create this cool 3D FLAIL. I heard the word the first time today. I hope I pronounced it right. And we will today modeling, and we create one material. And I think you will learn the most important basics in Blender to modeling stuff. And with this knowledge and with these tools, you will be able to create everything that you can imagine. Alright, so let's move on.
The 3D objects.
So let's start with the tutorial. First, we will start with the handle here, especially with the lower part. And for this abstract shape, we need the pen tool. And to make it easier, we go here to the 4 views window and we press here again for the front view. And now we can start to draw with the pen tool. It's important that we draw here at this origin line, that we later on will get our origin also here at this point. Yeah, this is the most important thing, and let's start to draw. So, this is my final result. Oh, I know it's not so easy, but with a little practice you will get also a really cool result. And don't make it too perfect. Later on you will see any issues because this part is duplicated and really small, so you don't have to be very detailed on it. Okay, if you are ready, change back to the main view here. And I also changed our render settings. We can do it now. I changed width and height to 1080 by 1080 pixels, so we see our render view. In the next step, we make out of this 3D object, and for this we need extrude, and we put the spline under it. In my opinion, the 3D object is too thick. To change this, I go here under the coordinates, and I scale it in the ZX to 0.2. Like this. Change the caps. I change spline under shape, and for size I choose 8.7. And we get this detailed 3D object. For subdivision I choose 5. Then I make a check mark for extrusion. And for offset I choose 57. Now we duplicate our 3D object. First we need symmetry. And we put our object under symmetry. And now we duplicate it in this direction. And that's the reason why we need the origin at this point, that it fits perfectly together. In the next step, we need a cloner. Cloner, where are you? Here. Alright, here, cloner. And we choose the cloner, go to mode and choose radial. For count, we take 6, and for radius, 0. Alright. I think also it's still too thick. Let's go to the extrude, 0.1. Yeah, now it looks good. Okay, let's move on with the handle. Now we need a cylinder. Now we go under object and choose. Alright, now we make the cylinder bigger. For this we go to coordinates and put here 8.5. Make it a little bit higher. Now we zoom out. So now we duplicate this part. And now we take it and bring it to the top, and we make it a little bit smaller. We decrease it to 0.8, like this. Now we create this spiral here, and for this we need first a helix, and we have to change the values here. And here the plane to XZ. Alright, now we need a circle spline, and the radius is 50. And now we need a sweep. I'm all the time searching the sweep. but yeah, like this. Yeah, it looks good. And as you can see, it's not enough. So that's the reason why we need a cloner, and we put the sweep under it. Now we go to the cloner, take linear. For count, we choose 4. And here we have to change the values to 234. Here we have to choose -6. And now we have to put everything to the right position. Perfect. Now we add some details. First, we add a spike at the bottom. And for this, we need a cone, of course. Here we change the orientation to -y. And to get the typical form, we need bulge. And we have to put it under the cone. Here we choose for strength -51. And now we have to change the position. The best thing is to put the middle of the bulge to the end of the cone. And now we change the size of the cone. For this, we go to the coordinates and choose 0.6 and 0.6. And now choose the cone and bring it to the right position. And I also make it a little bit overlap to get also more details in it. Okay, in the last step, we need a ring for the top. And for this, we choose the torus, bring it to the top. Now we go to object. Here we choose the following values. And now we rotate it by 90 degrees. Bam! That's it. Looks good. Okay, now select everything. Press with the right mouse button on it and choose group object and name the group handle. Now we make the ball with the spikes, I mean this part. And for this, we need also first a spike. And the best thing is to copy and paste the spike that we already created. And here we choose the cone, we go to object and we change the values to the following values. And here we choose +y. And for bulge, we also have to change the values like this. And in the last step, we also go here to the coordinates and increase it, that it fits. I think we also put this end of the spike to the center of the bulge. And now it's perfect. So now we add some details. And for this, we need a cylinder. And now you can play around and copy and paste it all the time. So this is the spike. You can select everything and also group it. Call it spike and copy and paste it if you want to change something later on. But now we have to connect object and delete everything to get one object. And here the spike we make invisible. It's only our backup for later if we want to change something. Alright, now we need a sphere. Choose the sphere, go to object, change the radius to 500, like this. Here we need 16, and it's really important that we choose octahedron. Now we choose a cloner. We put the spike under it. Now we go to cloner. Here we choose object, and we drag and drop the sphere into the object. Alright, for distribution we need vertex. Then we go to transform and rotate everything by -90 degrees, like this. And we scale everything a little bit down with these values. As you can see, we don't see the spikes as we created with all details. That's because of the origin. Make the sphere invisible. Change here to this. Take this button to select everything. And now we have to put the origin to another point. Press this icon here to change the place of the origin. Put it down, it don't have to be perfect. It's important for the cloner. Make the spike again under the cloner. Make the sphere visible. Alright, here we go. Okay, in the end we also put here a ring. So we need a torus. Go under object, choose these values. And now change the position and put it to the right position, wherever you want. Okay, now select everything and group it, rename it spike ball. And now we add the camera and choose a good perspective. And for this, the camera is here. Press this icon and I search now a perspective. All right, for this, it's important if you go to the 4 views window, the sphere ball have to be more in the front, like here, the handle more in the back, so we can connect it with a chain now. To do this, we need our chain first. So make everything not visible and deselect the camera. For the chain, we need a torus. Go under Object and choose the following values. Now choose it, make a current state object of it. Now we can edit it. Go here to the area displaying and change the display shading to quick shading lines. And now we have to choose the rectangle selection and select the half of the ring. Select it. It have to be the half. So, like this. Take the move tool and drag it to the side. Like this. Okay, this is our chain. Now we choose again this button to have the whole object, and now we go to this normal shading view. Okay, we take now the spike from the sphere that we already created, copy and paste it. To see if everything fits, take the torus, go to the center here, take the 2 spikes. Now it have to be good. Right, in the next step we take everything here and group it and rename it to chain object. And now we duplicate it, make this invisible, and this we connect and delete to get our chain object. Now we choose a cloner and put the chain object under it. Under cloner we go under object, choose linear. For count we need 100, and here we have to zero out this part, and here we have to choose 1705. Okay, it's too much. A little more less, like this. And under rotation, and here 90. Like this. And here we can also change again. Right, now we have to make the handle visible, the spike ball, and go back to our camera view. The chain we make invisible first, like this. And now we have to connect the handle with the ball, and for this we need again the spline tool, and we go to this view and we draw from this ring a cool shape to the other ring. When you're ready, press escape, change the view and take the move tool, select the spline, the whole object, put it to the right position, and now you can select the points and drag it to the position wherever you want. So it's not so easy, I know, but yeah, I think now I'm happy with the result, and I hope you also. Okay, now we put the chain on the spline. For this, we have to make our cloner visible again, and we have to select our cloner, and then we need the spline wrap. This one. Okay, now we drag and drop the spline here, and we also need a null object and put the spline wrap and the cloner there inside. Okay, now something is happening. Okay, now the chain is on the spline, it's perfect, but now we have to play with the values. First we have to go to this cloner and go under transform. And here we work with the scale values. I choose this. It looks now much better. And we also play under coordinates here with the scale values, like this. And you can also play here. Alright, and then you can also go under object and go here to position X. And increase it to get a better chain. Now you can fix, of course, the points with the chain and everything. I will also do it. You want my project file? You can get it. On Patreon you can find my project with all textures I use. There you can also support me as an artist, so I can create more cool stuff for you. And a very big thank you for my Patreons. You are the best. And now we came to
The materials.
Alright, let's move on with the materials. I played a little bit with the values. I made the spikes a little bit bigger and I worked with the chain more to get this result. And I added the plane as a background. Alright, here you can see now in the Redshift render view what is happening, what I will do with you. First I would say we add the lightning and we work in this project with a dome light and I work with this HDRI map. And to add this to the dome light, we go to add graph and here under image, here, alright, now it looks like this. Here we increase everything by 10 to get everything a little bit higher. Gamma we change also to 1.5 and to coordinates we change it to the following values. Alright, now we came to the materials. To open the material window you go here to Material Manager and I already created the material. As you can see I changed the color to gray, metalness I increased and the IOR, roughness to 0. And I also worked with the bump map to get the scratches here on it. So you search for bump map and connect it here with bump. And here you have to put also a texture. Here is the scratch bump map. And you have to play here under remap scale with the values to make the scratches bigger or smaller. And if you want it more visible, you have to play with the high scale. I took here 5 and that's the material. Now you can drag and drop it to the whole 3D object and it looks like this. And in the next step we create our material for the plane. It's a simple white material and you have to go under emission. Here you choose the color of your choice and then you increase it here. So now you can drag and drop it to our plane. And if we also play with some values, you have to go to the camera. We go here to lens effect and here I play with stick to get this glow shiny effect. And here these are my values. You can play around. And that's it for our materials for this project. Iced Out Soul did it! She tagged me under her artwork with @Artinvader and win the exclusive shoutout. And I really love the unique design of this stunning artwork. I really like how the poser look like. It is so cool, so alien-like. The fingers, stunning. And especially I really like the message with the heart. So, if you want to give Iced Out Soul some love on Instagram, you find the link in the caption. Do it, do it, do it now! And if you want to be the next shoutout master and win the exclusive shoutout here in the video, tag me @Artinvader and with a little luck, you will be the next shoutout master. Yeah. I'm happy to see your results and move on with the tutorial.
The animation.
Alright, let's move on with the tutorial. And for this, we only rotate now our whole object. And it's important everything invisible like the spike to delete because we don't need it. It's already projected on our object. Here's everything clean. This torus we can also delete. And now we choose everything, but not the plane, only things from our 3D object. And then we go to connect and delete. This spline we don't need anymore. And now we have our 3D object. My 3D cursor is now in the center, but remember if it's not here in the center, you have to press this icon and bring it to the right position. That you get a really good rotation of your 3D object. Alright, so now we animate everything. So we increase here everything to 200 frames. Choose our 3D object, our FLAIL. Put here a keyframe in the beginning. Bring the animation slider to the end of the animation and rotate everything by 360 degrees. Now you have to set another keyframe. Now it's rotate. Now it's rotating. Alright. So if it's good for you, you can leave it like this. But I don't like it so much because it's too much cut out of the render region. That's the reason why I also animate the camera. I put here a keyframe and in the end a keyframe that the start and end position is the same. And now I go in the middle, go a little bit out and change the perspective like this and set another keyframe. So now everything is in the render region. Okay, here not. So now you can put everything again like this, set a new keyframe, and yeah, now it's perfect. That's it. Well done, Artinvaders. If you liked the video, please leave a like. Do you have any questions or do you want to tell me something? Write it in the comments. If you want to support me, subscribe to the channel or follow me on Instagram or TikTok. There you can also send me your finished artworks. And as a thank you, I will show every artwork on my Instagram. So send me your messages, tag me at Artinvader, and I'm glad about every support. Thank you very much. I really like your comments and your feedback. You are also really nice. Thanks, and see you in the next card. That's it. Well done, Artinvaders. If you liked the video, please leave a like. Do you have questions or do you want to tell me something? Or do you have some theme suggestions? Write it in the comments. And if you want to support me, subscribe to the channel or follow me on Instagram or TikTok. There you can also send me your finished artworks. And as I thank you, I will show all of them on my Instagram. And the best one will also linked in the next video. So yeah, that's it for this week. I'm glad about every support. Thank you so much, guys, and see you in the next week. Follow me so you don't miss another video from me. A new Cinema 4D and Blender tutorial comes out every Tuesday and Thursday. And don't forget to tag me at Artinvader under your renders. I want to see what cool things you've created. See you in the next week.